Hi everyone, I've been asked to come on tonight to let you all know about my experience with the 30 Days to Healthy Living and the whole nutritional range with Arbonne. Now, this time last year I was in a hospital having an operation for hip dysplasia. So I had quite extensive surgery which involved moving my hip joint, cutting it, replacing it with and putting some pins in place to hold it into position, which meant I had a long recovery from that. I was off my feet for 3 months and it took me nearly 6 months really to get fully operational and back up and feeling well, during which time I seemed to get really run down and I developed Bell's palsy as well. So I had quite a bad run of it, and I'd only just turned 40 last year, just before my operation, and I just felt like my life was on a downhill slide. I just felt that I needed to get control of my health, get control of my well-being, and just really put myself back in the driving seat instead of letting all these things happen to me in my body. I needed to take control of things again. So Arbonne came to me at such a time where I felt quite low and quite exhausted and old. I felt far older than 40. I felt 70 or 100, I don't know. I just felt that I was going to suffer for a long time with ill health. So Arbonne Nutrition came into my life and I was recommended to start with some of the shakes, start with some of the fizz sticks. So that's what I did essentially. I started replacing some of the meals with the shakes. I started having the fizz sticks on a regular basis. And all of a sudden I started feeling healthier. I had more energy. I started trimming up a bit as well, and just overall started to get my life back on track. On top of this, I went to the gym as well as part of my rehabilitation so that I could get back on my feet without my crutches. And that, coupled with the Arbonne Nutrition, for me really started setting me on the right track. Once I really sort of understood what the nutrition was about and fell in love with it, that's when I heard about the 30 days. And I thought, oh, actually that sounds a good idea. I can do a bit of a factory reset. I've already got such good benefits already from the nutritional range. If I did the 30 days where I replaced 2 of my meals with the shakes, continue to have the fizz sticks, but also introduce things like the greens balance, and in week 3 introduce the body cleanse as well, all these other elements that I could add into it that I wasn't currently doing, I thought it would really sort of boost me that little bit further, and it did. I had so from already sort of improving upon my health and well-being and feeling more energized, less lethargic, all of a sudden I then did my 30 days, and that compounded everything. It made my energy go off the scales. It made me feel so much better. It slimmed me down as well, which this isn't really just a diet plan. It is a diet plan as well, and you can lose weight with it, but it's all about learning a healthier way of eating going forward. So over the 30 days I lost 1 stone in weight and I went down 2 dress sizes. So, and I never felt hungry during that time. I found the fizz sticks are a bit of an appetite suppressant. The protein shakes really fill you up so you don't feel hungry, you're not craving food. You're eating a clean meal for your third meal of the day, a clean cooked meal, which for me generally was chicken, brown rice, wild rice, or sweet potatoes, with half my plate full of green vegetables normally, or roast vegetables. So it was quite simple to be able to follow the clean, healthy eating as well. So over that month of doing that, it literally flew by that month, and when I come out at the end I felt even more energised, even healthier, felt a lot better in myself, a lot slimmer, no more bloating, and I would definitely recommend it. The things that worried me before doing the full 30 days were cutting out some of the food groups that I thought I might really struggle with, but I was quite surprised how easy it was and how I never really focused on that. When I got my mind in gear, I decided I was going to do it, and before I knew it, days passed, weeks passed. I wasn't counting down the days, which means I wasn't desperate for those food groups. So the things that I had to cut out were alcohol, coffee, gluten, soy, dairy. So you cut out all sort of those main food groups that are full of irritants, and things that can really sort of upset your stomach and upset and unbalance your system. I cut those out. The big one really for me was going to be the alcohol. I thought that was going to be the one that I was going to struggle with the most, because I do like a glass of wine or two at the weekend, but actually I never actually worried about it or craved it. Kept myself busy so that I wasn't actually thinking about it, and before I know it, the 30 days was done, and I wasn't actually craving things. I wasn't wanting things. I wasn't really wanting to put the sugars back in, because that's the other thing that you cut out is the sugars. You end up on a low sugar diet through this, and after the first 2 or 3 days of feeling a little bit hungry or a little bit craving, then the craving stopped, and that was absolutely fine, and it was plain sailing. So, and I felt far more energised at the end of it. Now, I've been off the 30 days now for the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks that I've finished that, and to be honest, I've kept all the weight off. That's great. I've kept on taking having one shake a day, because that's, for me, is easy meal for me to take, to have a shake for breakfast, and it's full of vitamins, so it works for me. And I've just gone down to that at the moment. But as of January, my plan is to do another proper 30 days, so that I am doing the same again from January going forward, just because I feel that as I have allowed some of those food groups back in, I have started getting bits of bloating and bits of aggravation going on basically within my health system. So I do think that by keeping those out of your system, it is better. But you are able to identify which food groups you're intolerant to, or which ones aggravate different elements of your body. I find particularly sugars and carbohydrates cause me pains, whereas if I keep them out of my diet, they don't, and I'm much better for it. So I'm really looking forward to coming into January and doing another 30 days, and seeing where I go from there, essentially. And I'd love lots of you to join me in it as well. It's such a nice thing to say that you've managed to cut down, go down 1 or 2 dress sizes, feel better, feel healthier, and take it forward as a healthy living diet. Well, not diet in terms of weight loss diet, but diet is in terms of a healthy eating diet. So it's a really good way of moving forward past the 30 days to keep you healthy and fit, and it's something that all the family can do. So as well as me doing this, whilst I was doing it, my husband did it with me as well and supported me in this. He actually suffers from IBS and has a lot of intolerances and a lot of things going on with his system, so he saw major benefits in terms of getting rid of that bloating, getting rid of his migraines. He suffered from horrendous migraines. Well, when he's doing the 30 days program, he didn't suffer from those migraines. He suffers from awful stomach aches, cramps. Again, during the 30 days, he didn't suffer from those. So for him, it was a major benefit. So I definitely recommend it for anybody as well that has any stomach issues, IBS or anything like that, to help ease those pains and take those intolerant foods out of the system. So if you want to join me on the 30 days, let me know. If I'm your consultant, let me know and I'll be able to sort you out with a pack. If you're not my client, but just go directly to your independent consultant, they'll be able to help you out with getting the pack ordered. But if you order it now, then you have it ready for January. That's the best thing, because early in January the order quantities and the deliveries might not get it to you just in time for you to be able to start the first Facebook group for the 30 days goes live from the 6th of January. So it's ideal if you can get your order now so that you're ready to go those early days in January. But you won't regret it at all. I definitely recommend it. Okay, thanks. Bye.